him to still be on the PSG side of that window. And in some ways, it's for matches like this. Neymar's been injured. Icardi's been pushed. So now a chance for Cavani to try and rule the roost again. Ball rolling at the Stade Gaston Gerard. 43 degrees, clear skies, still a bit chilly. PSG trying to warm things up for the fans that have made the trek, wearing their blue and attacking from the right, the red of Dijon, defending the goal towards the left.
Well, to mention Cavani, Phil, it didn't take him long on his last introduction against Olympique Lyon. When he came in off the bench, it showed just what a great attitude the wonderful Uruguayan has. He hit the back of the net within 3 minutes. A lovely ball.
Bakker playing it across, trying to clear, and 49 seconds in, Wesley Lautua knocks it into his own net.
Disaster for the Mustard boys here. The ball into Bakker is what we should be truly admiring here. Take a look at this. A lovely slipped in ball down the left side. Bakker stabs it, and that's a hell of a finish. And is absolutely Cavani-esque. And sad dispatch. And Cavani sees his boys off to the races very early, and that is a big, big hammer blow for Stéphane Joubert. And we'll take them any which way we can get him, says Tommy Tuchel. Aye.
Former Ajax phenom making the jump to PSG. And he's looked promising, but hasn't had too many chances to show it. Lifted forward, Cavani. Flag stays down inside for Mbappe, but cleared at the last moment by Koulibaly.
Wonderful invite. Thought he might have just been a hair offside there, but the wonderful French referee's assistant was bang in line and locked his eyes on the pass, of course, which is in really good angle for the intended pass. So he got that one right by the looks of it. Just holding off was Cavani. Hungry. Put it all behind him. Traveling to Dortmund in the Champions League, right round the corner, Phil. And this is a wonderful dress rehearsal. As you said, a real mix and match from Thomas Tuchel, and rewarding some players that being a little bit in the wings. Under Herrera, Kouassi is one of my favourite players, this kid. Wonderful. He's only played 4 times for PSG, but a beautiful looking footballer. 17-year-old. Wow.
Seems to have the tactics, the technique, and the attitude. Ball stripped away and then launched back. Bakker stepping in, trying to spin away Balde. Nice. Although good pressure from Meunier. Ball dispossessed, and now the other way they go. Hamza Mendil, the left back. Into play. Shuya trying to get the cross in, but Thiago Silva skies to clear. Skips. Rindon getting the grateful roll. All sails, and Bakker will escort it away. This is the quarterfinal play. A little later today, Marseille welcoming Lyon. Tomorrow, Epinal, the last minnow, going up against Saint-Etienne's Sharks. Tiny Belfort also advancing to the quarterfinal stage, but they were unlucky enough to draw on the road Stade Rennais, and Rennes opening up with a 3-0 victory yesterday. Third goal scored by the Washington, D.C. born Théoson Sebachu. Out on that far flank, Mavididi sneaks it inside the 18. On retreats now, cutting through. Mendel takes to the goal line, trying for the perfect cross, blocked away, and it trickles across for the corner.
Wonderful skill from Hamza Mendel, the ex-Schalke lad, Moroccan international, and he shows his hocus pocus in a beautiful way. Thomas Meunier leaves him in acid, and then that's a real good make-up challenge by Ander Herrera.
Looking for the equalizer. Edge of the 6 deflected, loose, and the volley appeals for a handball, and it looks like it will go against Dijon.
Yeah, good unified, coordinated response by PSG, and there's the handball, and all the arms go up.
Again, in the old days, maybe you could argue intent.
Oh, look at that. It came off 3 heads within 2 yards and strikes the lad's arm accidentally. Doesn't matter, as you said, Phil.
Attackers get no benefit of the doubt anymore. Acker, whose cross led to the opening goal, up for Mbappe, was a little casual. Good step up Silva, but he tries to go the other way. Saved by the young Belgian. Mbappe with an extra gear. The turf gives way.
There's a tough break there. A wonderful holding hesitation by Kylian. This is pushing back on Chavik, and out there he had done him, and he was going to be off like a teenager on a hot rod. Wonderful drips of honey, as we see these slow motion replays of a massively talented footballer, most expensive teenager in world football in history, of course. And he arrived at PSG. His ball, good overlap, served nicely.
Just overrunning it a bit.
Nah, he didn't, Phil. The ball was played behind him for me, and not the best pass, because he dictated the overlapping run. It should have been played into the cow's field in front of him.
Draxler for Cavani, who finds Mbappe, even with the late start, curled into the middle a little high. Mendel back, flying in with the challenge, Herrera.
Good pick-up under Herrera for me. The ex-Real Zaragoza man at the start of it, before he went to Athletic Club, and what a player he was there for the Basque boys. And then on to Man United, where he played more games for Man U than any of his previous clubs. Was well admired under Herrera and all of his time. And it's a really shrewd pickup for PSG. Kehler, cool as the seeds inside a cucumber.
There, Meunier, Kouassian there. You show just that little step in to slow the attack.
Lovely player, Phil, and versatile man. He dropped him back in the back four in the centre of the defence last week, and he looked a very accomplished player, still learning his footballing alphabet, no question. He's still a little bit rough around the edges, and looks at a razor and says, what's that for? And he's got great range about him. His touch will be polished up by the men at PSG. It's another one of these youth products that come up through the PSG ranks. So many of them.
Ball played all the way back. Thilo Kehrer, one they acquired from Germany, so they also do know how to spot them. But as you pointed out, almost unfair with the talent that comes through the PSG academy.
Well, that is a crushing blow there for Dijon, but they certainly have regrouped. Doesn't seem to have had any effect on them mentally. Nice play.
Wide for Sarabia. Up quickly, Runerson to make a grab and send it back the other way. mentioned PSG scored first when these two teams met back in November. A goal on either side of the half for Dijon gave them the 2-1 victory. This is a PSG team which has not been easy to beat. Dropped in for Mbappe, settles. Sliding along with him though was Lautois, and pokes it away for the corner.
Better service for the speedster. His run dictating this wonderful pass, and Lautois nicely marking up against the superstar there. Icelandic international in between the sticks. Good young goalkeeper by all accounts. No chance on the first goal conceded.
He will pull it back. Of course, in league, PSG running away. Olympique Marseille in second place, 12 points back. Dijon, meanwhile, on the other end of the table, just 1 point on the right side of the relegation line. Looks like they could be in a battle with Saint-Etienne and Metz to stay on top of Nîmes. Right now on level footing, if you will, with PSG, although they could find themselves a goal behind.
Well, they are dwelling in the cellar there, and their confidence got shook at the weekend with that 3-3 draw at Nantes, where they took the lead in the 90-odd minute and conceded the tying goal soon after. And that was a big 2 points that they let slip through the fingers.
And Ray, even worse, they took the lead 3 times, only to be caught, and almost immediately scored in the 15th at Mavididi, equalized in the 20th, Nantes, scored in the 24th, gave up a goal, an own goal 10 minutes later, and then, as you pointed out, took the lead at the 90th, only to give a goal deep in injury time to Girotto.
A bad giveaway there.
It's 4v4 if they can find their angle. Chouillet tucking it into the corner. He saw Keylor Navas leading, and what a goal from Mounir Chouillard.
This is a tale of the 221s. Ander Herrera fills his pants with a terrible giveaway here. The Mounir Chouillard, the French under-19 international, catapults this one in a wonderful angle for Stéphane Jobard. Here's the bad giveaway, and they are off to the races. And he says, I see you lads, I don't need you. It's a beautiful steer home from Mounir Chouillard. And Keylor stretches everything he's got, but the placement is absolute perfection. He shaves the upright. And there's Stéphane, the 48-year-old ex-midfield player, seeing one of his boys really light it up and draw this back to even Stevens now for Stéphane. But Phil, what a bad giveaway from Ander Herrera.
Crossfield pass in the middle of the park, and you're kind of wondering, that might have been what was on Keylor Navas's mind. It looked all the world for a break. There were passes left and right, and maybe he got caught a little flat-footed. Regardless, you cannot hit a shot much more perfect than that as it kisses off the inside of the post. 1-1 the score. What a response. Cavani. Flag stays down, lifts it up. Still for Sarabia.
That's just what this team needed. Good ball.
Rossi trying to step into it. Cavani does, off the poor touch from Mendy.
He doesn't catch this one right. He's really disappointed with himself. Take a look. He adjusts his gyroscope beautifully. His body is perfect. But then you see his frustration after the hit that isn't quite on the sweet spot. Good adjustment here to get the shot off, though. And a tester for the Icelandic man. You got a game on now, Phil.
In some ways, that has to be in the back of PSG's mind. Mbappe to the goal line.
Take a look at this. This is absolutely beautiful on this drive. No, this is the easy stuff. Driving him back. But this part right there, that little touch, that kiss past Koulibaly, is what makes him so very, very special. Was there a clip?
It looked like there might be. I think that was the argument, but also maybe just the only way that Mbappe could actually get that pass back. Regardless, settling for the corner, into the middle, and the glancing header from Silva, grabbed on the goal line by Revivez.
Beautifully lit at the front post. This, he attacks it like a hungry vulture waiting at the front post. Up, sweet, and there's the agility of Runa Alex Runarsson. There's an Icelandic name if you ever heard one.
Down in a heap, John de Cádiz. Rossi getting a talking to. Looked like he cleared the sinuses. Muttering to himself again. Given a second chance this season for PSG. The edge of the 18, Meunier headed backwards. Ball almost stripped, but carries out.
One of those situations for this tying goal that Barcelona will be looking at this and saying, yeah, we've been there before, where the control and the rhythm in that midfield, the space, and that back line pushes up nice and high in support of a player in situations where they very rarely give the ball away. But when you do, when that ball is gifted the way Ander Herrera presented it to Dijon, man, there's so much space to attack, and he had options. That's the beauty of the goal for me, that he took it totally on his own shoulders, and the placement, as you say, Phil, was truly pixel perfect. I think there'll be one or two cynics out there that'll say Navas might have had it, but for me, the blame was in front of him, not just on the back line for sure, and the midfield coverage, but nobody stepping up to Courtois once he got off to the races. But again, difficult to close down a player when you're backing off and he's coming at you at that sort of pace with options on the left and right. But he's got to pick the right card out of his hand, and man, was it an absolute ace. Lovely goal.
Meanwhile, looks like Mbappe reaching for the Joker card again. Maybe not quite to the Spanish extreme, but French referees don't like to be disrespected. And we've already seen Mbappe complaining a couple of times for non-calls. Still in play, far side. Revivez trying to bring it down. Herrera, but Meunier flat-footed.
Ignited the feisty part of this Dijon team now.
Now, though, looking on, under pressure now that he's back in charge on the sporting level.
Oh, it's a great run again from Mbappe. Yeah, says his apologies. There's Sarabia. Set up the first goal. Good ball again. Peach of a pass from Kouassi.
Mbappe again. Sneaks the ball top of the 18, but ready the Dijon defense.
Sarabia, bad ball from Kylian there.
Alde drops it back. Lautua near side. Shafiq. Cádiz. Endo making the run to the goal line. And he has knocked it off the defender and out for the corner.
Not looking like a team who are unbeaten and winning all of their last 8 games. This Paris Saint Germain team, the chemistry not quite there. and they're taking advantage of it.
In swinger. Novice stays, slams to the ground. Little touch from Draxler, one back. Actually, it said Abi all the way over in that far flank.
37 points separating his team from Thomas Tuchel's men. Not on the pitch here today, not on the green, where Bobo Vieri always says that's all that matters. Oh, the green never lies. One of Bobo's great lines.
PSG knows a lot about green. It's the silver that's been the problem.
Mean green. It's been a long time, Phil. Certainly for European success. Back in 1995, when they were crowned UEFA Cup Winners' Cup champions, that was the last one. That one was
Meunier. Cavani!
Oh, it's a beauty!
Gets around Shafiq and guides it with his left.
Look at this pass. Absolutely magisterial indeed. Wonderful creation. And sees the peeling away of Edinson towards the back. Was just onside, maybe just level. But that's an absolute hurler of a curler from Meunier. Sees it coming.
Ooh, and VAR is going to take that one back.
Yeah, what a ball.
And
lovely
what
finish.
Effort from Cavani.
Yeah. Locks this. Ooh.
And that might have even been an own goal.
Yeah.
Shafiq maybe with the touch. So
see, VAR's not so bad. These instant replay things are pretty good, Phil.
What are you going to believe? Your own eyes?
No. This is going to be ruled off.
So the own goal from Cavani.
Very unlucky. Yeah. Following, but yeah, he's certainly not intending it, but he's got to be able to get his arm out of the way there. It's strange.
Once again, trying to continue his run in a wry smile, but that's going to take the lead goal off the board.
I don't understand why he's got his arm in that position. He's got a clear look at the flight of the ball. Get it out of your way.
Just mistimed it.
And then he sees his pass and he picks it out to the split millimeter perfection. It's got to get ruled off. Or else I'm going to Moors.
You won't be alone. So will he want to take a look himself?
How can this take this long? This is the frustration.
Benoit Bastien will head to the side to look for himself. And again, the way the rules have been rewritten for a defender, there is a bit of question still remaining. Is the arm above the shoulder? Have they made their body bigger?
Yes.
But for the attackers, any handball in the build-up to a goal is automatically ruled to be an infringement. And it doesn't look like he needed to see much.
All right.
And VAR says no goal. Still level at 1.
Can I have those 2 minutes back of my life, please, Mr. VAR? And truly, one look at that should have been taken way less time. But there again, this is all of the genie out of the bottle, and all of the rules are going to get changed. They'll be refined and defined more clearly. But at least we're seeing the referee come across, look at it for himself. It's his decision, one way or another. And I don't have any problem with that.
Well, some of the PSG fans do. You can hear a mumble and a groan and a few whistles, but referees got it right eventually.
Well robbed.
Here comes Mbappe trying to do it for real to the goal line, and he almost sneaks it in the near post.
Pablo Sarabia does well here. There's the pickpocket, and there Kylian says thank you very much, see you later. Wonderful athleticism and drive, and I tell you what, he'll be disappointed with himself when he gets back to Paris tonight. He should have been able to pull that one away in between Runarsson and his upright But hey, travelling at warp speed there, Kylian, so got to give him a little bit of a break.
Again, normally goalkeepers try to protect that near post, but it's also one, the closer the attacker gets to the goal line, the more unlikely it is they can sneak it in. Mbappe almost did. Pull it out, Didier Ndong. Out it goes for PSG, though.
This team's been scoring goals here as well at home. Dijon, and find the back of the net 11 times from the past 3 matches. But they haven't really faced up against the guns of Navarone with our PSG.
Stripped away, chance for Shafik on the break. Around Kouassi, but the pass behind.
Unlucky.
Sarabia. Mbappe always checking to see if the expressway is open.
Well, the space behind this defense is going to always be open. It's just a question of when he picks his spot to turn on the true acceleration that is world class. His passes not so much.
Too far for Mendy.
Long. Another poor ball. There's Icardi and Mamma Mia looks on. Talk about a player hitting his zenith in his career. Is there a more impressive player than Angel Di Maria? The Argentina man. It's been absolutely Albi Celestial, all right. Magnificent.
Back Draxler, off to Herrera. Sarabia trying to play that Di Maria role today.
Well played.
Meunier back towards the German, but stepping in to clear it away, Koulibaly.
Another one of those shrewd pickups. Again, I use the word shrewd. Pablo Sarabia, Phil. Ex-Real Madrid, Getafe, Sevilla man. We have fond memories of his exploits in La Liga. Good player.
Mbappe drives to the goal line, just a touch by Shafik, and he does it again.
Well played. Big Shafik says, show me your paso doble, and I'll wrap you up in cellophane. Mbappe does it once, does it twice. Still a long night ahead of him, and Kylian getting his feathers ruffled there by Big Shafik.
Driven, drops at the near post, collision at the spot. Kouassi is down. Slammed all the way back towards Navas.
Congratulations to another French product yesterday at the Westminster Dog Show, Phil. The wonderful poodle.
Siba.
What a beauty. You think Mbappe is good?
I wonder if Neymar is going to take the haircut. You never know. Sneaking it in, but behind Meunier. A little greedy from Chouillard, but
well refed. He was right. Herrera knows it. Referee knows it. No yellow card. Goes to get it there, and then the outreach and obvious.
Thomas Tuchel, who walked away with just a league crown last year. They're in position for the quadruple. Cavani with the foul. Ray, maybe because of the humbling last season, and at the same point, the faith the board and the president showed in Tuchel.
Yeah.
Not firing him like some other managers who had better results. Just outside the box, and a free kick for Dijon. Draxler appealing.
Says this one you got wrong, ref. I'm not so sure that the referee does. Take a look. The first challenge goes in, then the second one clips him. Clear.
Ray, is PSG equipped to win all 4 of the titles they're still battling for?
Absolutely. You asked me, and there's my emphatic answer. The depth, the squad in the stable, the diamonds they have, top-class goalkeeper, and on. It's everywhere. So we'll see if they bring the horse home, but the horse is a thoroughbred.
Lifted in, and it just continues to sail. No problem for Navas. Just a little over anxious.
And the last European Cup was back in 1995, of course. It was when there was a major tournament, UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, but they did win the Intertoto in 2001, but enough said, really, of the Intertoto. Since then, European desert. Lovely.
Settling it and launching it into orbit, Sarabia.
I'd have done the same thing, Pablo. Don't worry. Beautiful ball, stung right on the head of a pin, and he's going for that top corner. Beautiful touch, gets his head up, sees the postage stamp. The ball pops up for him. Unlucky.
This Dijon side, rather modest to say the least.
Yeah.
Basically some local cups in Burgundy and a 4th division crown. But the Iron League is fighting to stay there, and they're giving PSG all they can handle. Poked off Kouassi, no foul. Spieling away Amalfitano, journeyman midfielder with the heart of a pit bull. Ronnie strips it away. Herrera wide for Bakker. Chaffee handles it well. Challenged by Silva.
Look at the way this referee handles this. He says there's no damage to the player, but he's going to be giving a stern warning. He gets the ball, and there's not an actual scissor challenge through the back from the wonderful Thiago Silva. Coming up to the end of his career, Phil, they've all already identified Koulibaly from Napoli is the man they want. There'll be serious opposition from a lot of the EPL clubs for that man, for sure, but
see the steam coming from Shulyar's head as the temperature drops. The cross to the far side. Kouassi wins the throw-in.
Steam coming off his right foot, and he hit that catapult goal. Be lovely to look at that again the second at half-time, Phil. Truly on the run like that, to find the power and the placement is extreme challenge, and cynics will say he should have been challenged. I think he should have. Somebody should have really stepped up to him. The amount of distance that he covered traveling with the ball.
By the way, they call Ligue 1, basically French football, the league of talents, and I think one of the reasons is they let that talent develop. When you think about it, you're leading a 4v4 break. You get inside that 4th defender. What is, as Mendil, maybe the commentator's curse, just keep your feet. Good work to win it back, though.
It was breakdancing, Phil.
In the middle of a game.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, what would every single coach say? Drive to the defender and then dish left or right.
That's right.
What he does instead is drive to 2 defenders and use them as a screen to tuck it in the corner. That's something that players need to work on, because coaches won't tell them to do it.
Well, I did. Take him on. Risk and reward, though. You're right.
It is why France has become, just like Brazil in many ways, the world's shopping market.
Some dodgy balls played out to the back from the Dutch international, Mitchell Bakker, over the last 10 minutes or so. It's better with his head.
Just his second game, played against Pau in the prior cup round.
Certainly a physical specimen, the lad, that's for sure. Blondie here on the 25.
More foul, and Cavani looking on in disbelief. New Caledonia in stock. Mendil. Driving up.
Keeps on
Medini.
going. Bad touch.
Down he goes with the collision with Kehler, but no foul, says Bastien.
Yeah, German international comes across and maybe just gets there just in the nick of time. Lovely run by Baldi.
I guess in many ways,
Said it again.
They try and get it back.
Good ball.
Ball swept inside. Cadiz lays it back.
Oh.
Lifted towards the corner, and Balde just underneath it.
Got two lovely targets. Take a look when this one comes back to Balde. The two targets that he has right here waiting. One inside and one at the back post. And I tell you what, PSG was strung out there. Thiago Silva giving the Dutch windmill impersonation with his arms out. Where'd the guys go? Poor defending there.
In some ways, PSG yet to get on the board. Remember, the opening goal was an own goal off the defender Lautua, and they did put one in from Cavani, but ruled out for the handball. So 1-1, and PSG may be a bit fortunate that they're even level. Dijon, who beat them back in November in league play, showing that was not a fluke. Remember, this is a 17th place team. Akker.
Wanted it to his feet, and Mbappe is letting him know. Only a young lad, doesn't look it. Tough paper round in the Netherlands. Mitchell Bakker, but it was a lovely little tickle pass that instigated that movement from Kylian Mbappe, and he wanted it back.
Carries, Meunier tracking it down. Spins and stays in for Chouillard, the ex-Lensois winger. Now rolls up front. And Dong looking. Sneaks it around the referee.
It's clear.
Amal Patani up the middle, but Balde just off stride.
Nicely involved, isn't he? It's Mama Balde, Guinea-Bissau, and they're producing some nice footballers. Only 24-year-old Portuguese team spotted him first at Sporting. He only ever got to the reserve level for the great Sporting club. But it looks nice here tonight, that's for sure. Taking the eye, the number 17.
Left, right, and center.
Nice little ground, Phil.
Stadium built back in 1934, just about 3 years from its most recent facelift. Holds just about 16,000. But as you point out, everyone has a brilliant seat. Hopefully you're enjoying yours. Approaching the 40th minute, 1-1 the score. Ticket to the semifinal on the line.
Where's the game, these Reds? But keeping that Tiger wearing the number 7 shirt by the tail is going to be their continual quest. But here they come again. Cheeky pass, unlucky. And that's that bravery that you talk about, encouraged by Stefan Jabard. It was Didier Ndong that was trying to just knife that ball in between the PSG protection in front of that back four. Just got cut out.
Mbappe again, but he's telegraphing his move, and as Shafiq stays with them, he gets pulled down in the process.
Yeah. Little reach in.
Shafiq is frustrating Mbappe.
Playing well. It's wonderful backing off and then He's given himself the space that he knows Kylian is going to drive past him. Kylian goes on the other side of him. Shafiq is done. So it's like a case of Mbappe. It's like a good boxer, recognizing the flaws and the faults and showing him a couple of times to the outside. I think it'll be a matter of time before he changes direction and leaves Shafiq with his knees on backwards. We will see.
And remember, this is a team that is 1 point above the relegation zone, but over their last 10 games, Ray, they have lost only twice. There were 3 draws, and each one of those draws they had the lead but could not hold on. So maybe a deceptive opponent that PSG wasn't quite ready for.
I think they'll have done the homework with Thomas Tuchel, that's for sure. They'll have all had the files presented to them, as is the want in modern day football. But come showtime, finding this little David standing up to them toe to toe.
Look at Jobard standing at the edge of the area, bundled up against the warmth, but wanted to stay close to his team, and is hot. Poked free.
He's in.
A chance on goal.
He's
Navas trying to deny, but the shot from Cadiz curls wide.
Absolute horrendous from Thiago Silva, who dillies and dallies. And here's Silva, and he's just poor passing and looking for Thilo Keh. It's too late now. Wonderful streak away here, and Cadiz sees the angle. Kehler doesn't give him. Kehler's got his angles down very, very well there, I thought, Phil, in forcing him. I thought Cadiz might have went for the near post on that right side and tried to gate it in there, but he goes for that far post, and Kehler had that angle covered.
Shafiq again.
A terrible, terrible giveaway from the 35-year-old Brazilian man.
Get a chance to see it from behind a goal. Not sure if it came off the deflection from Silva or if his first touch failed him, but by taking it to the right, he made Navas's job that much easier. Maybe if he would have leaned to the left, tried to get in front of Keh,
either
then
way,
he would have
Phil,
given Navas a choice.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it was coordinated as Herman Munster when he got the ball played to him, wasn't he? And a real uncharacteristic flaw from Thiago Silva.
Well, Silva getting up there now, 35. As you said, they are looking for that next leader on the back line. They have plenty of homegrown products. Kouassi, the latest gem, but Kimpembe, although he's coming back from injury and not quite up to his stellar form. And obviously Marquinhos, who has taken over the leadership responsibilities. Abdou Diallo, another one. So
good players, extremely good players of the highest octane and quality, but by all reports they're going to crack the bank of Monte Carlo for Koulibaly. And
well, this is a team that doesn't go half.
Yep.
And there's the steal. But again, you see him taking it to the right, and he makes Navas's job a little easier.
Even on that, when I'm saying he should have went to Kehler's left side, and Kehler might have been able to get a paw to that one as well. Another example, it's not textbook goalie, look out.
Touch back, but straight to Mbappe, takes the edge, and that's how you finish. Kylian Mbappe putting PSG in front.
He takes it all into account, and again, as always, is dangerous as a sun lamp to an albino. The wonderful Kylian Mbappe. Again, he takes it all into account once he gets set off. Nothing but a cow's field in front of him. 2 drips of honey on it. He calibrates. And he detonates. It's a little bit unlucky, but it's a clean, there's no handball or anything to complain about here. And look at the style points for the French World Cup winner, teenage phenomenon. And giving him that much space and time is like throwing the keys to Dracula for the blood bank.
showing Cádiz how it's done, tucking it into that far corner. So just a moment after it looked like Dijon had the chance to take the lead, it is now PSG in front.
Pernicious, Phil, that's the word. No more pernicious way to strike back than when the Reds had their tails up in the air, and they've just been put to the matador sword, but not by Cavani, by Kylian.
1 minute. Might be enough time for another goal. Balde challenging, winning, blasted up and over. Cádiz again.
Rushes this shot, doesn't realize he's got so much space and time. Takes one look at a hopping ball. This is a peach of a pass, beautifully found. Nice rising from Mama Balde, and then John da Cádiz. Fish up a tree finish as he places it off beautifully, and just nowhere near over the top of the ball. If he keeps it down, he's got a chance of bouncing it past Kayla from that angle as well. But poor finish, of course.
Final seconds ticking away from half number one. An entertaining first half. Looked like it could be level. Looked like Dijon had the chance. But as the whistle blows, it's